Here's what most people imagine when they invest in real estate, especially abroad. Construction on time, rental income starts flowing, easy resale in a few years. And here's what it often turns into. Construction stuck for months, zero updates from the developer, and apparently the land isn't even theirs. Let's break down the red flags so you can spot trouble before you invest and before the trouble starts. Hi there! If you are new here, I'm Artem, a real estate investor living in Thailand and a co-founder of Insight Estate. On this channel, we share learnings and insights about investing in real estate and getting nice returns. Red flag number 1. Delayed completion dates. Just a small delay, they say. Then another one and another. When completion dates start shifting, it could be an inconvenience, but every month of delay means your money are not working and you are losing potential rental income. To make it even worse, in many cases you are stuck chasing updates from a developer who suddenly goes silent. Yes, delays can happen. Weather, permits, supply chain, but when the timeline keeps moving with no clear reason and clear communication, it's a pattern, not a one-time issue. And patterns like this usually don't end well. By the way, if you are finding this video useful, hit like and subscribe. It really helps us keep sharing this kind of content. Now, let's look at red flag number 2, because sometimes the price is too good for a reason. Red flag number 2, prices below market average. Let's be honest, everyone loves a good deal. You said how much? In this location? That looks like an amazing deal, but it might be a warning. When the price is way below the market average, there's usually a reason. Sometimes it means the developer is in trouble, cash flow issues, and they start cutting prices just to stay afloat. Or it could mean you'll pay later in construction quality, in resale issues, or in never-ending delays we've talked already. There is nothing wrong with a good deal, but make sure it's a real deal. Compare with similar properties in the same area. Look at what's included and ask yourself, why is this one so much cheaper? Price is one thing, but what about those sky-high ROI promises? That's our next red flag. Red flag number 3. Unrealistic promises about returns. I've seen projects promising 15% and even 20% returns, 12 months occupancy, guaranteed passive income. Okay, but how? Are we talking real numbers, real demand, real management? Are costs and fees included? My default guess is no, they are not. The market, even the booming one, has its limits, and if the numbers aren't backed by real data, you're just buying a fantasy, or rather a fairy tale. Always approach ROI estimates with a cold hand. It's better to be pleasantly surprised than disappointed. Even if the numbers look great on paper, they mean nothing if building itself isn't moving forward. Let's talk about construction progress. Red flag number 4. Low construction speed or no visible progress. Even if everything looks perfect on the website, the real question is what's actually happening on the ground. Proactive construction updates from the developer are a good sign. If months go by and there's barely any visible change, that's a warning. You don't need to be a builder to notice whether things are moving or not. Good developers are usually transparent and proud to show real progress. Are floors going up? Are materials arriving? Are there workers on site? If the site looks frozen for too long, that could point to deeper issues, like cash flow problems, contractor delays, or project mismanagement. In a well-run development, construction may not be fast, but it's steady. Slow and consistent is fine. Completely stalled is not. So you've checked the construction site, and it's actually moving. Great, but here's the next question. Who actually owns the land it's being built on? Red flag number 5. The land isn't owned by the developer. Here is a red flag that not many investors think about. Who actually owns the land under the project? Sometimes the developer building the project doesn't own the land. Or worse, sometimes the land belongs to a completely different company that isn't connected to the seller. That's a big and serious red flag. This means there could be hidden risks. The landowner might change their mind, sell the land, or refuse access in the future. You might think you're buying a solid asset, but in reality, your ownership rights could be at risk. Always check the land ownership documents carefully. If the developer can't prove they own or legally control the land, that's a red flag you should not ignore. So, even if the land is owned by the developer and construction is moving, there's one more critical thing to watch for. And that's how open and helpful the developer is with you as a buyer. Red flag number 6, lack of transparency and poor buyer support. Transparency matters. Good developers keep in touch. They share regular updates on construction progress, changes, and any issues that come up. If you are left guessing, waiting for news that never comes, that's a warning sign. They should be easy to talk to about payment schedules, contract changes, management company, or any concerns you have. They run a YouTube channel or a messenger group with regular updates. Buying property is a big commitment. You deserve clear communication, honesty, and respect. If the developer isn't willing to provide that, it's a red flag you can't ignore. Alright, those were the main red flags to watch out for when investing in real estate. Remember, finding a good deal is one thing, but protecting your money and your peace of mind is even more important one. If you spot any of these warning signs, don't ignore them. Ask questions, dig deeper, and don't be afraid to walk away if something feels off. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our future tips and insights. And if you have questions or want to share your own experience, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Bye, see you in the next one.